Hello and welcome to Dreams Come True Part 2. And thank you for the great response for the first video and the first initial videos. We got a couple of emails and that we have started to respond to our subscribers, and therefore we encourage you to subscribe to the channel to get one-on-one email responses. And this is due to this motivation we have created this part 2. And so this video is focused more on why you should listen and trust your heart more than your brain, and why heart is the most powerful source of intuition. So yes, dreams do come true, and there is nothing in this world that is impossible. Anything that you can dream of, you can make it come true. And that's why we are here to tell you why heart is more powerful than the brain and why you should listen to your heart. Throughout history, philosophers, poets, and religions have regarded the human heart as the source of love, wisdom, intuition, and emotions. Blaise Pascal, a great mathematician, said, the heart has its reason that reason cannot know. The heart's electromagnetic field, by far the most powerful field produced by the human body, not only envelopes every cell of the body, but also extends out in all directions into the space around us. Heart's energy field is coupled to a field of information that is not bound by the classical limits of time and space. That the heart appears to receive intuitive information before the brain. So heart has such a powerful electromagnetic field that not only it transmits information internally, it not only, sends messages to the cells of our body and the brain, but also is capable of receiving intuitive information from the space in all directions. And the reason why heart is more capable than the brain to get the intuitive information is because of its larger electromagnetic field. The heart is about 100,000 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. So isn't it strange that your teachers, your parents tell you, well, you need to use your brain, you need to use your mind to think all the time. But here you can see that scientists, philosophers, religions all tell us that heart is the most powerful source of wisdom, and it's all because of the ability of the heart not only to send messages internally within our body, but also to get messages from external space and in all directions, only because it's the most powerful electromagnetic field our human body generates. The heart is in a constant two-way dialogue with the brain. The heart actually sends more signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. Studies show that one of the main areas the brain is waiting to receive messages from is the heart. Okay, heart-brain communication between individuals. Now this is interesting because what we read before was that heart has the ability to send messages to our brain. The heart has the ability to get intuitive information from the space in all directions. But now here we see that heart has the ability to communicate with the brain of another individual. So if you see in this picture, the electromagnetic field generated by the heart of one individual can actually send messages to the brain of another person because it's too powerful. So a lot of times when we sit close to somebody, we can feel that they're unhappy or they're in deep pain or they're very excited or very happy because the messages which is coming from the heart is going directly to our brain because of the interaction between the electromagnetic field of the heart and our brain waves. The electromagnetic field of two individuals touching or within a few feet of each other can interact so that energy activity in the heart of one individual is measured in the brain waves of the other. For example, when a person is feeling really positive emotions like gratitude, love, or appreciation, the heart beats out a certain message. Heart emits electromagnetic fields that change according to emotions, and its magnetic field can be measured up to several feet away from the human. So in the last slide, we discussed how the electromagnetic fields produced by the heart of an individual can interact with the brain waves of another individual. But we see in this picture that when two individuals are very close to each other, there is a bioelectromagnetic interaction between them. So there's an interaction between two hearts as well. But why do we say listen to your heart? For example, there's somebody sitting very close to me, and I know that my brain waves, my brain is getting signals due to the brain waves interaction with his electromagnetic field interaction of his heart, of the other person's heart. Why do I need to listen to my heart when my brain is already getting signals? Why don't I just listen to my brain, as a lot of people do? Well, if you just listen to your brain, you might not end up having all the information that is needed, because your brain doesn't have that powerful electromagnetic field as your heart has. And that's why it's always said, listen to your heart. If you really want to develop the right intuitions, listen to your heart. If you really want to listen to what's going on in the surroundings, or if you really want to relate to the feelings of another person who's sitting close to you, listen to your heart, because heart is more powerful. My heart, when it produces electromagnetic fields, will more powerfully interact with the electromagnetic field produced by another person's heart, and I will more likely end up having more powerful correlation and more powerfully relation with what's going on with them. Whereas if I just think from my mind and if I just think from my brain, it will not be as powerful connection or communication. Just like in the corporate world, a lot of bosses, even if you are sitting very close to your boss or talking very closely with him, he might not be able to relate to your feelings, because if he's just thinking with his brain, he's not getting all the signals in his brain due to the interaction between the brain waves and the electromagnetic waves of the heart of the other person. But if he's thinking from his heart, and if he listens through his heart, in that case, he's more able to relate to your feelings. Similarly, when two individuals are sitting close to each other and they're enemies, and one person is thinking to harm another person through some means in future, the other person still sometimes can get an intuition of all this if the other person is thinking closely from his mind, from his heart, because if that other person who is the victim is thinking from his heart, in that case, the magnetic waves are more likely to interact with the magnetic waves of the heart of the person who is thinking to harm, and get that information from the space. But if the victim is just thinking from his brain, he might not likely have that intuition. So then that's why it's always said, listen to your heart. Your heart is the most powerful source of wisdom. The messages, the information that your heart gets are more stronger, are more faster, because scientifically the heart has a bigger electromagnetic field and has ability to get information from the space in all directions, and the not only information, your ability to relate to the feelings of others is also more stronger. Well, so here we conclude. Yes, dreams come true, but how to make it come true? Start believing in your heart. Start listening to your heart. Listen when your heart is speaking to you, because you'll get more information. And that's why philosophers and scientists, they all tell us that heart is the most powerful source of wisdom. Please subscribe to our video to get one-on-one email responses.